So as of January 2026, it's the 25th. This is my comic collection. I'm mostly just recording this because I want a way to just know what comics I had at the start of the year compared to what I'll have in December. So I'm going to start with this shelf because there's like way more on here compared to this one, which is mostly just Walking Dead. Starting off, I have my Miss Marvel collections, such as the original Omnibus, Magnificent, Miss Marvel Team-Ups, and Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit. I also have the New Mutant run and NYX. Really quick one off, if you're only familiar with Miss Marvel from the show, I would recommend reading her books because she is so good of a character. I would just recommend it to anybody. Moving on, I have my Marvel's trade paper. I also have Starman Life Story and Old Man Logan. Right here, I have a collection of Moongrown Devil Dinosaurs and Jeff the Landshark. Moving on to my DC part of my shelf, I have the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow trade paper, All-Star Superman, Red and Blue, My Adventures, and the Smashes the Clan graphic novel. I have the Absolute Trinity between Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. And for my Batman comics, which I haven't read most of them yet, I have Year One, The Long Halloween, and The Dark Knight Returns. I have the compacts of The Court of Owls and Arkham Asylum. I also have Batman Hush, but there's no room on my shelf, so it's currently just sitting next to my bed. Right here, I have the Batman and Ninja Turtles crossover and the Nightwing trade paper of Leap Into the Light, and also Static Shock Season 1, again, a combat edition. Right here is the first 5 compendiums of The Boys. I don't know how to feel about them. If you're a fan of the comics, feel free to rate me in the comment section, but I've only read the first 2. I started 3, I just couldn't get into it. Also, that was around the time season 4 ended, and I haven't read one of them since. Moving on, I have my Sonic IDW collection of 1 through 10. I really want to get more, but I've also just started reading some of them. I mostly just bought them all for the Metal Virus arc because I've heard that was so good, and I bought all the first 10 because of it. Rounding out my shelf is my Image collection, such as the first 3 Radiant Blacks, Tet Jacket, and Superstar as seen on TV. I found this at a Barnes & Noble, and I honestly would recommend checking it out. And of course, ending off this shelf is my Oblivion Song collection, which I haven't read yet. Now that we're done with this shelf, we can now get to the top, starting off with my complete collection of The Walking Dead 1 through 32. If you're wondering why I have 2 number 1s, it's because I bought one of these with a friend, and the others I got at a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. From what I hear, it's great. I've only gotten 3 issues in so far. Right here, I have a trade paper of Creepshow and The Last Christmas. I don't know how to describe this book. I would just recommend checking it out yourself if you can find it. I found this at a used bookstore, and it's really unlike anything I've ever read. Right here, I have my Marvel Zombies collection, being Marvel Zombies vs. Army of Darkness, Dead Days, and the original trilogy. These 2 I've never expected to find for such a low price. From what I see, they're both the hardcover versions of Army of Darkness and Dead Days. I would recommend finding them. I wouldn't say they're cheap, but I would say they're good prices, especially since they haven't been in print for a very long time now. Unironically, this might be my favorite Robert Kirkman story maybe ever, and that's saying a lot. Right here, I have the trade paper of The Last of Us American Dreams alongside my 3 books of Deceased and Something's Killing the Children. I honestly need to read this before the show comes out, so... Right here, I have the complete series of Paper Girls and also a trade paper. I haven't read this, but I have read this, and I thought it was pretty good, so I wanted to read the whole story. There's only 30 issues, so honestly, if you want to check it out, read it. And of course, right here is my Invincible compendiums. These are the things that got me into reading comics. I feel like they're great if you want a good stepping stone into comics. I would just recommend checking them out either way. Well, that's both of my shelves, but I'm still not done, so let's just head into my single issues. But before my single issues, I have my complete Avatar collection of comics, being a bunch of one-shots, The Promise all the way to Imbalance, and of course, the Legend of Korra comics. And the biggest one I own is Lost Adventures and Team Avatar Tales. Recommend checking out. They're just fun one-off stories in between episodes. So, starting off with my Daredevil bots, I don't have Daredevil comics, but what I do have in here are my Invincible single issues. I have a whole bunch of variants of number 1 and the first appearance of Battle Beast, which I got from this blind bag back when it came out. I also got Invincible number 0 and Marvel Team-Ups, an original copy, signed Ryan Ockley issue 61, which I got at Comic-Con, which I waited 2 hours in line for. That was fun. Issue 62, which I found at a comic book store. You can see the price right there. And from here all the way to this, I bought at Salem, Massachusetts. I don't remember the name of the comic store, but I got there in Salem. So I also have Invincible Presents, such as the Atom Eve and Red Explode prequel comics, and a complete number of Battle Beasts as of right now until March, and 2 issues of Capes. This one is full of comics, so let's just get into this one. I'm not going to go too in depth, but either way. So I have Squirrel Girl Volume 1 and Volume 2. I am nowhere near completing this because there's like 50 issues of Volume 2, and I don't even know how many I have. I have Miss Marvel Dark Web. I wouldn't exactly say these are my favorite Miss Marvel stories, but if you want to check them out, I guess. I have more Miss Marvel crossovers such as Wolverine, Moon Knight, and Venom, and I also have Champions 2016, which I'm currently reading through. This is a complete collection of Volume 2, which I wouldn't exactly recommend doing. They're like $3 a like comic, but it's a lot of comics you gotta collect. And here I have Miss Marvel Volume 1. I'm like 2 issues away from completing it, that being I need number 1 and like number 13, I think. Other than that, that's this whole box. And finally, in this Spectacular Spider-Man box, I just have a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff, mostly DC comics. Since there aren't really that many Marvel and DC crossovers and DC KOs that I'm really going to be getting, I just grouped them together. So I have a complete run of the Kryptonite Spectrum. It's a really good series, but a pretty weird ending if you ask me. I have a complete run of the Sonic and DC crossovers, some regular show comics, and a whole bunch of random indie comics such as Astounding All-Stars, Black Fist, and Amazing Spider-Man Black, Ultimate Fantastic Four, you name it, just whatever random one-shots you can find. Again, I'm only making this video because I just want to know a frame of reference of what I have in January compared to what I'll have in, like, say, June or December. So